The All-American Otaku Show.
Welcome to the All-American Otaku Show. Today's episode is about suspense. Suspense can be many things, where tension is building, or something's really scary, or a jump scare, or just waiting for something new or great coming out. The suspense used in anime, there is Psychopaths, where it's an anime where they have guns such as the Dominator. And the Dominator is used to determine if you're good, bad, by how your mind works or how psychological stable you are. Some characters that could get past that, and you're wondering if this character is going to die or that character is going to die or what have you. Another anime that is known for its suspense is Tokyo Ghoul. How they're going to rescue Kaneki. How Kaneki's new state of mind are going to fit in. As well as City Hunter has some suspense, as well as Crying Freeman, about an assassin who was trained by the 108 Dragons, a Chinese mafia group, to go against the Yakuza. When he kills, he cries. That has suspense in it because is he going to get caught? How he's going to get away with it? And what about his girl? Suspense could mean Hellsing. Hellsing with the vampires and what have you. Or Hell's at the scene where you have the brothers trying to invade the Hellsing place, killing off various different soldiers, bringing them back, and Alucard using his magical abilities. Or who is Alucard and who's the person behind all this thing. Or the Nazi vampires still fit into the suspense category. There is also suspense in sports anime with Slam Dunk, or is he going to make the shot, or how he's going to do there, or in Blue Lock if he's going to kick the goal, or who's going to get eliminated next. But not just anime and Japanese cinema have suspense, like Godzilla has suspense. How he's going to fight, how they're going to get away, how the alien invasions, samurai anime, how he's going to defend this castle, he's going to defend that. But the most recent anime with the suspense I like to use is Hell's Paradise. It's about these people who are convicted to die by the Japanese shogunate, but are given a chance to live happily ever after if they could find the potion of eternal life. They end up going on to this mysterious island that seems with flowers and all lovey-dovey, but people who come back, one person come back from it that survived had flowers growing out of them. You realize very quickly how dangerous this land is, with bugs that if they bite you, it spurts flowers and kills you that way. Giant monsters, and that's not even half of the problems with there. Plus you have to suspense on other people on the island, such as other convicted killers who want to try to get that thing first, or the people that are sent to execute the convicted killers or convicted people. Are they going to attack there? This anime had me standing on my seat more than once. Highly recommend. With that, I'll say
Suspense. I'm covering the manga side, and I'm doing Promise Neverland because if you guys ever watched it yourself or read it, it's really suspenseful. So let's cover the characters right now. There's three main characters. There's a lot more to it, but I've only read it up to the first arc, which is probably about 15, 20 chapters, just give or take. One the heroine of the group is Emma. She's basic tomboy and has mostly a positive attitude of everything. Next one we have is Norman, which is actually the mainstay of an essential leader of the group and helps he's the smartest of the bunch. And then we have Ray, which he is just the opposite of him. He's more of reads a lot of books and comes off pretty dark, but not. He has more pessimistic look on things. So the story takes an orphanage, and you think, okay, orphanages sounds fine. So for the most of the story, the beginning parts, they're taking tests, they're waiting to be adopted, and one time there's this one girl that seems pretty smart, and they said that they're going to someone is gonna adopt her. So when they get her to a certain point to transport her out, Emma realizes that the girl that always had this bunny was missing. So she went and found it and proceeded to go to the truck. Well, they were told to a certain point that they're not allowed to leave a certain premises, and those gates were a no-no. Well, she goes in there and proceeds to get into the truck, finding out that her friend is dead. And then hears this weird slithering creature sounds. She hides underneath the truck and sees demon-like unhuman feet, but demons, closing up the truck and getting ready to go. So when Emma leaves, she actually leaves the bunny behind, and this is where part of the suspense comes into play in mind games, because the mother in charge, when they leave, they said they found this bunny sitting there, and she's wondering how that happened. So there had to be someone snuck out to see something going on. So the mother of the group is pretty smart herself, and it's basically a cat and mouse game between Emma and the children, outwitting their mom a bunch of times to figure a way to get out. The only problem is when they actually climb over the wall, it is like about 100 feet across and unjumpable, except for that bridge, which they can't really proceed that way. So during this whole time, though, they're practicing with other kids to play games of tag and to help them exercise, and they never tell them, except for those three. Everyone else doesn't know what's going on, so they just train them into, be fit and ready when they have to escape, and then they'll tell them then. During this time, though, they didn't realize that they have tracker devices on them, and so when they're running back and forth, the mother figure gets pretty wise to it. And at some point, there's another, I want to say nun or caretaker, shows up and kind of throws a wrench into a lot of things, because she doesn't play by any games and just, I'll chase you too. And she's very adamant about trying to catch these kids in the act of whatever rebellion they are. During this time, though, this cat and mouse thing, they eventually do escape, but the arc itself it's only one arc of several, and I've only read to up to a certain point, and I know there's points beyond the wall, but they only make out with 5 children out of 15. So they had to leave a bunch of youngins over there, and when they left, the mother was actually in cahoots with the demons because it place is essentially a farm to harvest organs and stuff for to keep the peace amongst the other humans. So if the major suspense appeals to you, I recommend this, and either watch it on the anime or read it in the manga, which I did both, but manga was more further ahead and has a lot more accuracy compared to the anime. But that's okay, each of them have a different kind of appeal. So I recommend, if you're really interested, just